Hi everyone! Welcome to Item Talk with the Faculty of Educational Science, FIP Undiksha this day. Such a grateful things, I'm Nikita Kezia Febsdela, can be with all of you to have a special things and special session with our two speaker for today's session. So it's gonna be the exciting day because we can talk about a lot of things about this program that still held in PG PAUD Undiksha or Early Childhood Education Study Program. It's gonna be summer school for PG PAUD Undiksha that we attend. All of the international student internship or student from early childhood and from every universities. So it's gonna be from Philippines and Taiwan. So we already have an artist special speaker for today. It's gonna be Arvin from Philippines and Amber from Taiwan. Hi everyone.
Hello, Nikki, and thank you so much for giving us the time and opportunity to guest the podcast here in Universitas Pendidikan Ganesha.
Okay, thank you so much, Arvin. And hi, Amber.
Hello.
Hi, how are you guys doing this morning?
So, before anything else, I would like to greet Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom. Nabong budaya, salam harmony, mabuhay ug madayaw. So, I am Arvin J.A. Perez, a fourth-year Bachelor of Arts in Communication specializing in journalism and broadcasting from the Holy Cross of Davao College, Davao City, Philippines. So, I would like also to take this opportunity to acknowledge some important persons before we will dig in to the interview proper.
Okay.
So, I would like to acknowledge the Holy Cross of Davao College School President, Brother Noel Vic H. Deloria, SC, to our Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Teresa P. Fabiania, to the Vice President for Operations, Mr. Romel F. Momo, to the Office of the Student Affairs and Services, Ms. Lori T. Alcazar, to the Student Development Personnel, Mr. Puntini Coloscos, and of course to the Center for Linkages, Internationalization and Language Studies Head, Ms. Cheryl Ordaneta. So I would like also to acknowledge and give my dearest respect to the Universitas Pendidikan Ganesha President E. Wayan Lasmawan, MPD, to the Faculty of Education Dean, Prof. E. Wayan Widiana, SPD, MPD, Ms. Sinta, the Faculty of Education Personnel, Indu, and the rest of the student bodies, and also the Summer School Program Committee and the student bodies. To the HCDC and Undiksha, good morning.
Wow, such a good greeting for all of us today. So thank you so much for this introduction, Arvin. And another one is Amber. How you guys doing this morning? Are you have a lot of activities? Because now we held this podcast in 11 a.m. So before this 11 a.m., do you have some activities that you already do today?
It's my first time to pray in Hindu temple.
Okay, so that's gonna be the interesting one for all of you, both of you especially. So before we going deeper to all discussion today, I would like to get to know, so all of our participants, all of our viewers will actually what the major or the study program that both of you held today.
So I am from the Bachelor of Arts in Communication specializing in journalism and broadcasting from the College of Humanities, Social Sciences, and Communication.
Okay, what interesting. And about Amber?
My major is education and visual design, and we learning social design and education design in our college.
Okay, wow. We have our special guest with the special study program that attend in this podcast. Well, actually, that's more exciting for today, everyone. So let's dive into our conversation today. But before that, for the beginning of our conversation, I would like to ask, is this the huge opportunity, a big opportunity for both of you and actually all of your friends to being here to have the summer school program? So, just depend of the summer school program, can you share your initial thoughts and expectation while you're doing the summer school? I mean, it's just like when you would like to going to Indonesia to have a summer school, what's your expectation or what's on your mind? Just like, oh, I think I will doing here, or do I get like this? So can you, both of you, share your feelings with it? I think Arvin can go in first.
Yes, so thank you so much for that question. As I attend the said program, the summer school program organized by the Faculty of Education here in University of Undiksha, I am expecting, aside from the itinerary that you've released, is to immerse myself from the culture and where I can experience firsthand to the wearing cultural dresses, socializing with you guys, Indonesian people, with your different stories, and learn about your living styles, and especially as the president of the Supreme Student Government in the Holy Cross of Davao College in the Philippines, I would like also to have a talk with your student council here in Undiksha, where I can gain or I can get strategies in handling the student organization. So these looking forward experiences, which I will be also echoing to the HEDC community, can be applied in promoting the Indonesian culture, embodying being a culturally sensitive, and of course by having the actual experiences here in Bali, Indonesia. And yes, my actual experiences here in Bali really overlap my expectations. These live experiences are a testament that we really enjoyed and we really learned during our stay here in Bali, Indonesia. And to the end, the Undiksha didn't fail me to achieve my expectation, and it exceed even more, above and beyond.
Wow! Can you give a big applause for this expression from Arvin? And another one is from Amber.
Before attending the summer school, I don't really know what is inclusive education. And also Taiwan, we have spatial education and multicultural education. So I think maybe it's similar about, but so I really I dare to understand the meaning of inclusive education. And also it's my first time to come to Bali, so I really want to know the Bali spatial culture. Thank you.
Okay, wow. So Arvin is more focused on he had a lot of experience, just like going to some places about the cultural, and Amber is more about the inclusivity or something that she's not got before. Actually, can you share to all of us where is the place that you already join or you already go in? Because is it this summer school? I think there's a lot of people that curious, is it this summer school only about learning, only about to get to know about the theory, or just like learning in the different country, or is it the summer course is a exciting program because you have a learning, or you have attend to some places, or can you explain it to us?
So for me, I really appreciate the efforts of the committee, because I really expect that summer school will be always in the class during lecture discussion. But yes, I am wrong, because the Undiksha provided us to not only learning in the four corners of the room, but we immerse really ourselves on the culture of Indonesian, experiencing firsthand the Balinese culture, tasting their delicious food, and of course interviewing personally to the people, to the local people, about their different and unique stories. So that makes Undiksha summer school program different from other school program.
Wow, such a great one. And how about you, Amber?
In this summer school, we go to a lot of different village, and with their spatial culture, and also we come to some of education side like inclusive school. We have a lot of chance to communicate with village people or student in inclusive school. Thank you.
Okay, wow, that's another great. Well, actually, this podcast will be amazing because we can find out, we can reach out. There's a lot of experience that both of you have in this program. So, okay, if we look back to our topic or to our question today, I would like to ask, depend on the theory or depend on the things that you got, all of you got from the learning process in the class or in the guest lecture that all of you already joined it before. Well, actually, what are some key or something that can take away from the open faith theme because the summer school theme is open path. So, what the thing that you can take away from that theme and that focus on the inclusive destinations? Can you provide specific examples from our theme? What are related theme to the things that you got from this?
Actually, if we are only talking about what takeaways did we got, there are a lot. Actually, we have a lot of learnings and takeaways to put on our bag in going to Philippines. So I have here, I summarizes it into 5. So I have here the first one, the first day. It really stuck on my mind until now that it is one of the mission of that include a school there at CIDM, right?
Oh, yeah.
CIDM foundation, that we must focus on abilities, not on disabilities. So I really touched with the performance of one of the kid performers there, that she said that yes, we are different in your eyes. We have special disabilities, we have special needs, but we are living in the same world. We are breathing in the same air, and we are seeing the same sky. So that really put me into a realization that even though they have special needs, because I did not call them that they are person with disabilities, I called them with special needs or special abilities. But because what they can do is what we can't do. What we can do is what we can't do. They can't do. So it's just that the world is really a balanced world because of that situation. So this is really a testament, from a young performer during our visit, that we must focus on the abilities of those young children, of those kids, what they can do to the world to make the world better. So next is the open path. So I take this open path concept to your theme in the Undiksha. It gives us the opportunity to the horizon to explore our education, not only in Philippines but of course to around the world. So this open path concept is really gave us the big opportunity. I must say borderless opportunity. Next is number 3. There are a lot of ways to live even without our voice to communicate. So this takeaway, I took this during our visit to the deaf community, the Bengkala community, the largest deaf community in the world. Upon socializing them, upon talking to the locals upon observing to the children there, I really have the takeaways that there are a lot of ways to live, even though you cannot speak, even though you don't have voice, because I really believe that action speaks louder than word. Your voice will not be worth it if you don't have an action on it. So next, number 4 is the importance of being prepared for our future and a commitment to pursue something. So during our discussion that when we have when we have a dream, we must work hard for it. We must take a lot of determinations, perseverance, because our aspirations is not a one-night work. It's not a one-night job. So you need to have a strong commitment and of course a determination to achieve that one. And the last one is we can be an ambassador of peace through immersing yourself to the other culture. So upon my 8th day immersion to the Indonesian people, I really conclude that we can be an ambassador of peace, where we can embody the unity and peace that we will be carrying from our different countries. So by immersing yourself to the culture of the different country, not only here in Indonesia, you can really understand why they are doing that kind of gesture, why they are believing in that kind of beliefs. So immersing yourself is truly an eye-opener to you, so that you can understand what really the reason behind that situation. That's all for my end.
Wow, another surprising thing from Arvin.
Yes.
So, well, actually, the special thing that I think from our Arvin's opinions about this theme about the open path, that's pretty good. Well, actually, the another things or the another highlight things that we can take is what you can do is the things that we can do. So focus to the ability, not disability.
Yes, that's right, Nikki.
So, and because our dream is cannot achieve in the one night, so that's why we have to immerse, we have to encourage it to being a good thing, the huge thing that can change, and we can find the best version of us.
Yes.
And from all of the activity that you already do today, and that's a big things and the special things that you can share to everyone. Also to me. Okay, thank you so much, Irvin. And the next one is Amber. What the things that you can take related to our theme from the summer school program?
I think the key point of open play is design thinking, because in our major we learning how to use design thinking. And design thinking is involved with user-centered thinking. You need to think what they need and to design something for them. And I think maybe, for example, our class we can transform traditional educational space to be more inclusive for all children with disability or special need, and we can make our class is more friendly for them. Thank you.
Wow, that's cute. Well, and actually, we can learn a lot of things. We can learn a diversity. We can learn just like everyone is different. But from this open path, Amber told to us that we can see a lot of people, a lot of things that we can talk about. Okay, the another things that I'm curious. Well, actually, this is like a curious question that I would like to ask to both of you. Well, actually, how did this summer school address the concept of accessibility in the context of educational adventures? Because if we look back educational adventures, there's a lot of things or a lot of perspective that we can take from Arvin and Amber. What's your perspective? What's your what's your think to address the summer school concept about the accessibility in the context of educational adventures?
So for my end, summer school program organized by Universitas Pendidikan Ganesha really gives us the opportunity to explore the most iconic and historic locations of Bali here in Indonesia. It gives us the chance to access and learn various stories and culture through educational adventure. So summer school program is not only offering just merely discussion that I said earlier, discussion and lectures, but it allows us to socialize with the communities and with the locals also, and immerse ourselves firsthand with your different cultures. And I think that what makes the summer school program even more unique to the other school or to the other summer school program in terms of the concept of accessibility. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Arvin. And the another one is Amber.
Because some of participants like us, we are foreigner and we use different language, but in this summer school provide a very inclusive learning environment for us. So like we have a lot of body to accompany us, and we can understand the activity and learning content.
Okay, we can learn about activity, learning content, and creativity, all of this about this program. And actually, Amber is talk more about the inclusivity, diversity, and well, actually, this question is for both of you. Actually, in what ways did this program promote about harmony and inclusivity among participants from diverse background?
So from the moment that you already invited us to this very good initiative of Undiksha, the summer school program, the Philippines and the Taiwan, it is already a manifestation that the summer school program is promoting inclusivity and of course the harmony. So the committee, especially to Kaindu, hello to you, shout out, really gave us the best service that she can, the best hospitality that you guys can offer to us, that makes us, that keep us pushing to go back here again in Bali, Indonesia.
Wow.
We are in a different culture, yes, the Balinese, the Filipino, the Taiwanese, but I don't feel any borders between us, really. It is because the summer school program of Undiksha filled that gap. Thank you so much for that hospitality and of course for always including us, because really the summer school program not only teaches you but allows you to apply what you have learned during the discussion.
Okay, wow, such a good thing. Thank you. Shout out to all of the committees of the summer school program, and shout out to all of our beautiful and our special participants for the summer school program. That's a really big experience for us actually. Okay, and how about Amber?
During this program, we visit local village and educational site, and also we will share our perspective and experience to other people. And when we sharing our perspective, and we can see the difference between our cultural background. So it's meant we more understand each different because.
Okay, so both of you already told to us what the kind of this diversity related to this program. Well, actually that can change another mind of the participant, of this viewer of this podcast, to get to know about this summer school more, about this program contains to our topic today. I would like to ask another question is, can you describe an activity or a session that particularly stood out to you in the terms of exploring accessible adventures?
So for me to tell you honestly, all of the activities are really effective and insightful. It really gives us a new knowledge and learnings. And of course, if you would ask me to choose among all activities, I will choose the inclusive school there. At the first day, we visited that on the first day. So I am very much inspired with the story on how they came up with the idea in building a school. Also, I am so happy to see those young people, young kids, even that they have special needs and abilities, they are so determined to learn and pursue their education. They are special persons with a special purpose in the world.
Okay, thank you so much, Arvin. And how about Amber?
I have a sensing with AJ because in inclusive school we need students to perform the traditional dance, and I think what impressed for me is even though they can hear and they still can enjoy the dance and enjoy the life. So I think it's just they can dance a Bali dance just like all of Bali girls.
Okay, about the Bali dance and culture, is it exciting for you? I mean, what you guys feel after you learn about Balinese culture?
So for me, it really excites me to learn the Balinese, but to be honest, it's so hard to learn Balinese because in the Philippines, we only have a simple steps. There are also hard steps, but it's not like Balinese culture. But I really enjoyed because it's not about the result of our practice. It's all about the journey on how we get that result. So in the journey, our student bodies really help us to understand and to teach us how to do the Balinese dance and of course playing the instruments. So maybe we can get the value of we can see the value not on the result but the journey of the practice.
Okay, wow, it's from Arvin. And how about Amber?
It's also difficult for me.
Okay.
And I had to keep up the music. So I think the students in inclusive school, they are so good.
Okay, and actually, what the things that you learn? Is it are you playing gamelan or just dance or just looking the museum or something about the culture? I think yesterday you learned about it. Is it right?
Yes. Yes, we learned what do we call that?
Gamelan. Yeah, gamelan.
Gamelan. Yeah, we learned that one. We also learned how to dance Balinese culture. Even on our second day, I think we there is also an instructor that teach us on how to play those instruments.
Oh wow! So you not only visited some places
Yes.
to have a learning or educationing, just like from JMD or Bengkale, but you learn too about the cultural. Is it just
Yes.
like gamelan and Balinese dance? Are you playing?
Yes.
Are you doing Balinese dance?
Yes.
Oh wow! That's why Arvin says that it's pretty difficult. Also,
Yeah.
Amber too. But actually, there's some a movement that should be in the flow with the line. So that's just a thing. But that's a cute one actually. Beside of that one, for both of you, what actually the perspective or insights and that did you gain about the inclusive education and its application in real world settings, or actually you can connect it to the culture that you already happened before or something?
So it's a good question for us. That thank you for that, for asking that one. My new learnings that I gain about the inclusive education is that some people are keep on talking and preaching about that. They are promoting inclusivity, but when you really look on how they advocate for it, it seems like it has a border. It seems like inclusion with limitation. So for example, someone is advocating for inclusivity and he or she built a home or a school for a street boys only. So I have a real life example for that, but I will not mention that one. So is that how inclusivity works? You only build a school or a home for the street boys only? So as I visited the CIDM Foundation School, I realized that inclusivity works when you include all of them. I mean, when you are open for everyone, whether it has special abilities or a normal person. Include as concept of CIDM gives me a big realization that kids with special abilities can be together in a room. They can learn together and they can strive together without having division or categorizing them based on their abilities.
Okay, thank you so much, Arvin, for these beautiful answers. And how about you, Amber?
I think a successful inclusive education often requires a collaboration with the student and community and their parent. So, this collective effort ensures that all student needs are met comprehensively. And for example, community learning project in the local culture is demonstrate the effectiveness of the approach.
Okay, so thank you so much, Amber. Okay, so related to your answer before, how did the summer schools can approach the accessibility impact to your understanding or future studies in education?
Yes, that everything is possible and accessible if you have the determination to do it. That is my understanding and learning, the learning that I have learned to the summer school program approach of accessibility.
Okay, thank you so much, Irvin. And how about Amber?
I realize striking a balance between a global perspective and localized application is a crucial issue in future educational research.
Okay, by the way, connected to that one, did you find any or some challenges that you encountered related to inclusivity or accessibility, and how were they addressed during the summer school?
Yes, about that one, it is very normal to face a communication barrier in a foreign country. But language was never be a hindrance to us because we are inclusive. We find ways to understand things even we came from a diverse culture and various countries.
Okay, and thank you so much, Irvin. Another one, Amber?
Actually, I don't personally encounter challenge, but I think a passion issue in inclusive education could be the different learning ability from a student. After visiting the inclusive school, show me like teacher learn life skill and improving quality of their life. Maybe it's more important for them.
Okay, so we got another special things. The problem, or the something that challenges is about the language, how to connect or how to get a bonding with these foreign people from the nation people, and about the learning and about the ability from everyone. But actually, how do you plan about that question? How do you plan to apply the knowledge and experiences from the summer school to enhance inclusivity in your future education endeavors? Well, actually, there's a lot of challenges, so we would like to know, we're curious how you apply all of that and just like how you manage it to have your future educational.
So for now, I am eagerly excited to share my bags of knowledge and bags of learning gained here in Undiksha, not just to the HEDC community, but of course to the Republic of the Philippines. I am excited to adopt the Include Us concept in our school, especially that we are now working and establishing the DAIG organization, the Madayaw IP Club, and creating more programs for the engagement of our newly revived MSPS organization. MSPS organization is for the Muslim organization. And now we are planning to establish a club or organization for the blind students. No, we would like to have that because I realize in the Include Us that we are inclusive and we the blind people also need that one. And then these organizations will serve as a voice to the diverse religion and a culture of students enrolled in HEDC. I thank the CIDM and of course the Undiksha for introducing us the concept of Include Us.
Okay, thank you so much, Arvin. Another one is Amber.
Because my graduation project is related to gender diversity, so I also interested about the gender education and how to teach a student to know about the different gender and gender equality. And I will really visit and assist whether our workshop and our exhibition is inclusive and strive to improvement inclusive practice in my future work.
Okay, so we have another things that we find out today. It's about the gender collision, about the ability, and about inclusivity. So the thing is about inclusivity that we include all of it. So we're gonna be one part. So we're not separated again. So I think unfortunately this is the last question. For closing, as a closing for this podcast, I would like to ask another things. What advice would you give to future participants about making the most of the summer school experiences? And especially concerning the themes of harmony and inclusivity. Want to go first? Amber.
I think if you attend this summer school, just keep an open mind and embrace different viewpoint. And the most importantly, just enjoy this journey.
Okay, and how about Arvin?
So for me, I will give two advice only. So first, just like Amber, enjoy every second of the journey, but don't just enjoy, but learn from it and make sure that you will amplify your bag of knowledge to your countrymen. Spread the good news to the world. As the IDM founder said during our visit, we are here to enjoy the rich culture of Bali and to learn their stories. Be an inspiration to all because happiness is just not seen through enjoying things, but also by educating and echoing your knowledge to the other people. The other advice will be a steward of peace. I believe that when you are promoting peace, you can achieve happiness. There is a happiness in peace. So before we will end this podcast, I would like to thank the Universitas Pendidikan Ganesha for allowing us, and of course for inviting us to be part of this podcast session with Nikki, the best podcaster I've known here in Undiksha so far, and of course to the Holy Cross of Davao College, Davao City, Philippines, for giving us the opportunity to be part of the summer school program. Your unending support is really help us to achieve the success of this event. And of course, I would like also to give thanks to my partners, to my co-members in visiting your country, to John Lloyd Santos, the Bachelor of Science in Social Works, to Luisa Marie Reyes, Bachelor of Early Childhood Education, to Marian Therese Nelias, Bachelor of Special Needs Education, to Brielle Jacob Arellano, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, and of course to our Taiwanese friends, to Ka-Indu, to all of the committee of the summer school program. Terima kasih for the good and the best service that you've offered to the Filipino people and to the Taiwanese. Terima kasih and sampai jumpa.
Yay. And how about Amber?
And thanks for all people prepare this summer school, and thank you for our participants. Sampai jumpa.
Okay, sampai jumpa. So, everyone, this is our last moments for this podcast. We can make a lot of moments another day or another time, or it might be we can have another session of podcast in the another time in another program, I think. And we would like to thank you for all of you from HUDC team, for Arvin, from Isa or Louisa, for Mariani or Yani, to John, BJ. Also, we have Amber and Grace from our Tamkang University, Taiwan. It's such a huge pleasure to us to came here and to meet to all of you, and we can sharing together. We can get to know about the other's perspective. We can get to know about how is to share our feelings to just like that. Happiness is something that we can make, and it's not something that just like we can looking about, because happiness that we can make by meeting and sharing to each other. Okay, so thank you so much for our university, and thank you so much for HUDC from Davao, Philippines, also Tamkang University, Taiwan, for all of this pretty and this pleasure moments that given to us. So that's all our podcast today. We would like to thank you too for all of the podcast team, our committee of the summer school, also all the participants that joined in this live podcast. So see you in the next podcast. Thank you and salam harmony. Goodbye, everyone.